that side na, guys. So, just
with the ancient world in the palm of his hand, to all intents and purposes he was Egypt with a capital E. Whatever he did, he was showered with praise. If he grabbed a job and enjoyed those good days, no one had rights or a vote but the king. In fact, you might say he was very right-wing. When Pharaoh's away, then you get down on the ground. If you ever find yourself near the sea, get down on your knees. I'll tell a story, I'll tell a story, I'll tell a story.
7,000 cows came up out of the night. Oh, yeah. And the lights behind these fine, healthy animals. These 7 other cows steady and fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, the day comes in the fact that Richard thought was doing good. Oh, yeah. You want to see them make us better like the such a monster, summer should. Oh, well, the day comes in the thing that they can ever be. Well, the stream is talking back with these shows, and won't you tell me what it means, yeah. Oh, well, you know that kings ain't stupid. I don't have a clue. Don't be cruel, Joseph. Help me, I'm begging you. I'm headed to the little get out of town. And it's so beautiful is a corner. They were beautiful, Joe. They were right, they were golden, but she gets it right behind them. There were 7 other years, telling it torn. Well, the black one in the good one, and they came up from behind it, they did. Oh, yeah. But Joseph, here's the punchline. It's really gonna blow your mind. Lift your lid. Oh, well, the bad one was as bad as it ever been. Well, the street got the oceans up the tree, now show, tell me what it means. Hey, Joseph, won't you tell poor old Pharaoh, baby, what does this crazy years of plenty and the talk of food, they will be rude to store the surplus food you grow. After that, the teachers of luck, Egypt's luck will change completely over. Famine and will stop the land, restore it all time low. No king, there is no doubt what your dreams are all about. All these things you saw in your pajamas are a long way spoken for your mom. And I'm sure it's crossed your mind what it is you have to find. Find a plan to lead back with a flair for economic plan. But who this man could be, I don't know. This man could be, I just don't know. Who this man could be, I just don't know. This man could be, I just don't know. Who this man could be, I just don't know. Pharaoh said, show the cross. Joseph is a clever kid. Who'd have thought that 14 cows would eat the things he said they did? Joseph, you must help me further. I have found a job for you. You shall lead us through this crisis. You shall be my number 2. Pharaoh told his sons to Pharaoh, little sons to Pharaoh. Whereupon he ordered them to cut the sheep that took war. Joseph got the golden horn and the horses menacing, a chariot of golden cloth. Joseph, there is number 2. Joseph, easy to see.
is that you and me. I was wise to have chosen you. You'll be wise to agree.
Chosen times have we ever saved, all that we want to about you. We're so glad that you came away. We would have perished without you.
We were in a jam, would have baffled Abraham. But when your friend promised us we would have peace of God and trust free. You shall lead us through this crisis, and you shall be my number two.
It's funny, but since we lost Joseph, we've gone to the other extreme. No one comes to dinner now. We only eat them anyhow. I even find I'm missing Joseph's tree. Those came and days used to know where have they come, where did they go? Where you're with your parents, too many days. It's funny, but since we've lost Joseph, gone to the other extreme. Perhaps we all missed just the lad. Perhaps he wasn't quite as fast.
And how we missed his entertaining those here and here used to know when I take on where they go. Every hour we know that rain to take those here and here used to know when I take on where they go. Every hour we know that rain.
So back it came and the future was rough. Shows us now we were finding it tough.
For the problem has caused us complete death. We are sick, we are ill, we are getting scared. It's enough to make anyone leave. We are down, stronger, we are sheep. We were starved, we had our men. But the Egypt is too good instead. They got born, they got free, they got food and drink. And if we had the time, we could see the space.
So we're going to go. Up to Egypt to see Brother Joe. So they all made it for Joseph's feet.
Mighty grace, give us something to eat.
Joseph found the strength of the rock. Because of the road, the one that you only
I
rode.
shall now take them all for a ride. After all they've tried, sacrifice. I dreamed that in one day for me aside. Your 11 she's a corn altars and now mine. I dreamed I saw that sun done and died. Bowing down before my star, and now I realize why. How do I take comfort of it? You killing me by telling me that you are hungry. That's when you lie. How you are, know who you are. Why you think I should help you? Would you help me? Yes. Why then should I believe you? No
Worship, worship, begging for we are just 11 brothers, good men and true, rolling over top of nothing, right up next to you. On the seas of middle day, right slowly every summer, folks almost gone, getting very hard to see us, come back in some trouble, Lord. We cross the
I'd rather like the way it's come. And yeah, suddenly it's transferred. Get me right here.
This is what we hope you say.
All again, my power. Like this, bye. I will think what you wait for. And lots of peace.
Joseph had the several of food, and they all with face gratitude. Let us sing to the fifth of the round.
my precious golden cup.
Joseph started searching through his mother's house. Everyone was nervous, no one could be helped. Is it Reuben? Is it Simeon? Is it Levi? Is it Zach? Is it Asher? Is it Issachar? Is it Zebulun? Who's the man? Is it Gad? Is it Judah? Is it Zebulun? Is it Could it possibly be Benjamin?
Yes, yes! Benjamin! You nasty! Your crime to the core! Never in my whole career have I for God! Seize him! Lock him in a cell! Throw the keys into the Nile as well!
Show him some mercy, Almighty One, please. He would not do this, he must have been afraid. Jealous and bitterness, we should be all you gotta do is make a mystery. Take me. Then I'll shit that I can talk about you. I am still just in their song. They're thinking my emotions got it wrong. I am the first of the yellow bird. Singing in the trees, quite a tree. Oh yes, it's true. Then I'm the shit that I can make my food. La 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 la.
I close my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain what I thought I knew. Far, far away, someone was weeping, but the world was sleeping, and it dreamed. I wore my coat with golden light
For almost 4 decades, Presidential College has been putting on a musical production that startles and surprises and entertains and excites everyone who attends. More importantly, however, is that these musicals teach thousands of young people to be creative, responsible, confident, and cooperative members of society. For this, we must thank a very hard-working team of people who have shown pure dedication to the students, to the staff, to the whole entire family that is Presentation College Stanton. So first of all, we'd like to thank Principal Mr. Dexter Mitchell for supporting also like to especially thank all those who have given their support to making this a success. Our costume researchers and designers, wardrobe, makeup artists, teachers, volunteers who came out tonight, the backstage assistants, stage crew, stage manager, Mr. Solomon Solomon, the set design and set construction, public relations, marketing, those who supported the house management, the day shows, which are attached with all the students to the night shows, the tickets, the programs, the refreshments, the box office, the invitations, all of this program we saw tonight could not have been done with all these people adding their little individual touch. So we say thank you, and we'd like to especially thank some staff members who've gone above and beyond. Mrs. Maureen D. Hussein, Mrs. Christy Westers, who retired and came back to support the musical. And Mrs. Judith Mohammed for all the work that they did on stage. Now, as many of us know, work for any musical production starts months in advance. And the class is guided by a team of very qualified and exceptionally talented individuals. Our choreographers, Mr. Marlon Beek and Mr. Tristan Wallace, are experts in their field. They are respected by the entire performing arts community here in Trinidad and Tobago for not only being masters, but for being humble people who lead exemplary lives. They are multi-talented, and if you've ever seen them on stage, you know that they have a firm command over singing, acting, and dancing, and that's something that they have tried to share with these young individuals and help them develop their talents. So, we'd like to say thank you by inviting Mr. Tristan Wallace and Mr. Marlon Beek. I don't know if Marlon is here. Yes, I think Marlon was not here, but if Marlon is here and Tristan are here, can you please join us on the stage to accept the small children. Is a man who also possesses many talents. He's an engineer actually, an actor, a singer, a director, a web database program developer, a roller skater, and a pretty nice guy. Now, many people are often amazed when they find out that Dexter did his master's degree at Apple Lockjack while holding down a full-time job in Port Spain and helping with the musical productions in San Fernando. But fair man, and he has a heart of gold, especially when it comes to young people. He has on countless occasions given his time to help these people not only on stage, but to develop in their personal lives. Dexter has been a teacher, a friend, a big brother, and a father to many who pass through Presentation College. And the love and support that he has shown can never be repaid. Dexter, would you please join us on stage?
Chocolate has proven himself worthy of being in these hallowed halls. His musical command and excellence is undeniable, especially when you see the work that he puts forward. And Peter must be credited, especially for the amount of work that he put into what we saw on stage over these last few nights. Peter stood at the helm of this team that worked towards this production, and shaping a performer is often like creating a diamond. You have to go, you have to find a stone, you have to clean it, you have to refine it, and it goes through a lot of different cuts until the master decides that, hey, this diamond is worthy of showing off to the world. And that's what Peter is giving his life to at Presentation College, to create diamonds to shine on the stage for us. So Peter, would you please join us on stage and accept a very small token? Of musical excellence, and it started many years ago under the direction of Cynthia and Anthony Lemak. It has been a very long and a very challenging road to reach where we are today, and as we all know, the musicals are known throughout the country and even internationally. Sorry, yes. I started getting a little emotional when I started what you're doing. Because the Lemaks have always created success not only by what they did, but how they lived their lives. They are the embodiment of what it means to be teachers, and they are living examples of the presentation spirit. Mr. Lemak is a biology teacher, an RK teacher, a music teacher. Mr. Lemak was taught music, RK, literature, language. He led the Amateur Radio Society, and they still found time to create an undying legacy that will forever remain part of what it means to be Presentation College in Santa Clara. What they also did was that they provided a safe space to students, where students could go and speak to them not only about their challenges in school, but their challenges in their personal lives, and they were always there to help them, which is why now many people can look back in life, and many people call them mom and dad. And for that, we are eternally grateful. Mrs. Lemak, would you please join us on stage? This is a little token of appreciation on behalf of Presentation College San Fernando for your years and years of service to building a reputation of love, a reputation that is truly a representation of the presentation spirit, and a legacy that we hope will continue to live on for many, many generations to come. gentlemen, we ask that you please remember Mr. Limac in your prayers, and you please remember another staff member, Mr. Geddes Khan, in your prayers, who both of them are not experiencing the best of health at this time. So before we leave, a very special thank you to the cast for such an amazing performance. To the all the parents and all your friends who came out and supported through the production development and here tonight and for all the nights. Thank you very much. Have a safe night and enjoyable carnival season. And we'll see you all at the end of the year for another musical production.